Hi guys, here welcome to MJ Apparel tutorial, and in today's class I'll be showing you how I made this simple pencil skirt without a slit and a zipper. It is all simple, detailed and beginner friendly. If this looks like what you really want to learn, please watch till the end, and if you are new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button so you get notified whenever I post a new video, and also don't forget to like, share and drop a comment. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using this plain lycra material, and if you're familiar with the lycra material, you discover that there's a part that doesn't stretch very well and there's this part that stretches very well. So when folding, I'm going to be folding along this part that stretches very well because I will not be adding a zipper and a slit to the skirt, and I will also not be adding a lining. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to fold my fabric. So here I have my fabric folded into two already, and I folded using my hip divided by 4 plus 1 inch. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to cut off this excess part I have here for clarity. After cutting off the excess, the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to start drafting. I'll draft the front first. After doing that, I'll go ahead to use the front to cut the back because the front and the back are the same. The back does not have a slit or a zipper, so I'm cutting it the same. The first thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to draw a straight horizontal line here, which is going to serve as the waistline. Next, I'll go ahead to insert quarter of my waist measurement, but before then, I'll minus 1 inch from the waist and the hip measurement because I'm using a stretchy fabric and I want the skirt to be a little bit fitted. So my waist is 32 minus 1, which is 31 divided by 4. I'll mark at this point. So note that I folded my fabric using the part that stretches very well. The next I'm going to go ahead to do is to insert the waist to the hip depth measurement, and in doing that I'll be placing my tape starting from 2 inch because I'll be adding a waistband to the skirt and the height of the waistband is 2 inch. So I'll place my tape from that 2 inch and mark the waist to hip depth, which is 10 inch. Next I'll go ahead to insert the hip circumference. So I'll be inserting my hip minus 1 divided by 4 at this point. Then I'll go ahead to mark. After marking, I'll go ahead to insert the full length of the skirt starting from 2 inch because the 2 inch above is for the waistband. So the full length of the skirt I'm working with is 27 inch plus 1.5 inch hemming allowance. I'll go ahead to mark that part. Next, I'll connect the waist to the hip depth using the curved part of my ruler like you see me doing in the video. So after marking this point, next I'm going to go ahead to do is to work on the hem of the skirt, and in doing that, first I'll go ahead to confirm my measurements again before I'll go ahead to insert my hem measurement. So I'm marking 27 inch, which is the length of the skirt, plus 1.5 inch for hemming allowance. Next I'll go ahead to draw a straight horizontal line like you see me doing in the video. So the skirt I'm making is a pencil skirt, and I'm going to go ahead to insert the measurement on the knee length. And in doing that, I'm going to be deducting 2 inch from whatever I have on the hip. So it depends on how penciled you want yours to be. You can make it 1 inch, 1.5, but for me, I want it very penciled. So I'll be deducting 2 inch from whatever I have on the hip, and I'll be inserting that on this part of the skirt. After doing that, I'll connect to the hip using a straight line like you see me doing in the video. So basically this is what the skirt is going to look like. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to cut it out, and when cutting I'll be adding 0.5 inch sewing allowance on the side of the skirt. After cutting, this is what it is going to look like. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to cut the back using this same front pattern. So after cutting, this is what I have here. I have both the front and the back pattern. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to open it up, making sure the good face of the skirt is facing the good face of the skirt. Then I'll go over my sewing machine to close up the sides of the skirt. I'll quickly do that. After doing that, I'll come back to show you the next step. So I've gone ahead to close up this part using the 0.5 inch sewing allowance I added to the skirt while drafting, and I did the same thing for this other side. The next I'm going to go ahead to do is to insert the waistband to the skirt, and in doing that I have this long strip already cut out. The height of this strip is 5 inch and the length of the strip is my waist measurement plus 1 inch sewing allowance. The next I'm going to go ahead to do is to fold it into this way. Then I'll go over my sewing machine to sew out 0.5 inch on this part. Make sure what you have here is the same thing as the waist measurement on the skirt. I also have this elastic cut out here, and the length of the elastic is my waist measurement minus 3 inch. This is going to give the skirt more fitting on the waist, and I'll also go ahead to close it up at this part also. So I'll quickly go over my sewing machine to do that. After doing that, I'll come back to show you the next step. So after closing it up, this is what it's going to look like. So the next I'm going to go ahead to do is to fold the waistband this way. But before then, I'll be fixing the elastic inside like this. Then I'll fold it over this way, after which I will attach it to the waist of the skirt. The elastic is going to give the skirt more fitting on the waist. That means the waist is not going to be too loose. It's going to give the skirt more fitting. That is the main purpose of attaching this elastic to the skirt. So the next I'm going to go ahead to do is to attach the waistband to the waist of the skirt, and in doing that, here I have the skirt. I'm going to be placing it starting from this part that I closed on this part of the skirt, that's on the side of the skirt, and I'm placing it on the good face. So you place it on the good face this way, then you go ahead to sew it all the way around. So I'll quickly go over my sewing machine to do that. After doing that, I'll come back to show you what it looks like. So I've gone ahead to attach the waistband to the skirt, and this is what it is going to look like. So the elastic we added to the skirt is going to give the skirt more fitting on the waist, and I've also gone ahead to finish up the hem of the skirt, and this is what it is going to look like. So basically this is what the pencil skirt is going to look like. And here we have the final look of the skirt, looking so beautiful. You can go ahead and try yours. So if this video was helpful to you and you're yet to subscribe, please click on the subscribe button so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And also don't forget to like, share and drop a comment. Thank you for watching.